A story broke on Friday that Hillary Clinton decided not to fire a senior aide on her 2008 campaign after the aide had been accused of sexually harassing a young staffer. Against the advice of Clinton's campaign manager, the female staffer was reassigned, but the accused aide got to keep his job, though he got a dock and pay and mandatory sexual harassment training. Columnist Ruth Marcus of the Washington Post wrote about Clinton's response this week, saying, quote, "It is possible to imagine her thinking process, if I can, this guy, for doing way less than my own husband do with a subordinate in his workplace, how's that going to look?" Well, Clinton erred in the other direction, and that's not looking so good now, is it? And obviously, we found out that this aide went on to another job affiliated with the Clinton campaign, correct the record, where he went on to sexually harass more staffers.
That's right. Look, Secretary Clinton's response makes me want to bang my head against the wall, to be totally honest. This is a woman who has exhibited moments of courage at many times in her public service career. And the question I asked, and many women I think are asking, is why? Why would that be your response? You have absolutely nothing to lose. Millions of women look up to you, continue to look up to you in this country. This is a moment where you could say, I made a mistake, I missed this. This is a moment where we should all be watching more. More should have been done. And clearly that should have happened. It was not just disappointing. It was really a missed opportunity for her.
You know, do you feel the same way?
Totally agreed. And we cannot, on matters like this, we can't politic this stuff. If people have those kinds of behaviors, and it wasn't just catcalling. I mean, the young lady said that inappropriate touching, kissing,
texting, emails. Yeah.
I mean, come on, that's serious. That's not just, hey, baby. That is going way above and beyond. And it causes the Democrats, well, it causes us as a country to lose the moral high ground. It is just unacceptable, whether you're Democrat, Republican, or in between. We cannot politic this kind of stuff. We got to do the right thing.
And worse behavior alleged in a Wall Street Journal story about Steve Wynn, who was until Saturday the finance director, or the finance chairman, rather, of the Republican National Committee. Now Democrats are calling on Republicans to return any money that Steve Wynn donated, just as Republicans called on Democrats to return any money Harvey Weinstein gave. Obviously, parties try to score points with this, but I think there are a lot of people like me, and I imagine a lot of people around this table, if not everybody, who are like, get it all out. I mean, Wynn, right. Weinstein, it's all disgusting.
Right. It's all disgusting, and yes, they ought to return the money, and certainly those who have received recent donations and haven't yet spent that money, it's got to go back.
But stop playing you just, Jake, as you said, so now Democrats are calling on Republicans to return money, then when it happens on the Democratic side, let's just agree that any type of behavior like that we all come together. If one thing we should have consensus on is that sexual exploitation, harassment, none of that should be acceptable in any level of society.
And the gross violations like what have been alleged against Mr. Weinstein and Mr. Wynn, I think you'll see the money returned by politicians. I think they'll step up and do the right thing. People recognize it's egregious and needs to be
because they're forced to. Though.
No, I think I think the people who took the money, they didn't know they took the money at the time.
And, I get that.
And I think they'll return it. I think they'll do the right thing and return it just because.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Look, I think everybody's covered it here on the panel, and there's broad agreement at this panel, at this table, with people from different sides of the aisle who have disagreements about a range of things.
Yeah.
I think there has to be no tolerance for any element of obviously abuse, but even harassment. This is a time where government officials and party leaders need to lead, and we can't be making exceptions. And it's good to see that he stepped down. Hopefully, members will return the money, and the same should happen on the Democratic side.
Yeah, the charges are really horrific.